Watch out for cash money, cause we landed down. Money making is my thing, cause I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals. That's why I'm in the studio dropping hits, dropping rap after rap like you sell key after key. Backed up by the best fresh, dropping beat after beat. My clique is the hot boys, best believe we so high and dangerous if we in beef with the whole block. No fading us at all, player, cause we roll too deep. With AKs off safety, knocking busters off their feet. I go by the name FBG. I ride on chrome into 98 Lexi S3. I bust it down for baby known as B3. Because I know one thing, he'll do the same for me. We family, cash money is the homie, better yet a navy. So if you ever play hear me, look here and grave it. Don't try to knock me, player, cause I'll leave your head stale. Light you up real good, you will never get well. Cash money is the homie, better yet a navy. So if you ever play hear me, for you it ain't gravy. Cash money is the homie, better yet a navy. So if you ever play hear me, for you it ain't gravy. I got a path that you don't want.
Michael Vick here at BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino. BetUS, my online sports book and casino.
Thank you for listening to my daddy's podcast.
Hey, don't let these tears fool you. There's all dog around this mug. I'm good.
Hey, what's going on, Who Dat Nation? It is yours truly, Timothy J. Jones. And yes, I am the host of the State of the Saints podcast. Thank you so much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. Really do appreciate your time, man. Spend a little bit of time with your boy on his 38th birthday, man. Yes, today I turned 38 years old, man. And shouts out to everybody that wish me happy birthday on today, man, on social media platforms. You know, it's a blessing to be here, man. Blessing to have 38 turns around the sun. So I appreciate that. Much love to you. I'm excited to have this show, man, because a lot has transpired over the last few hours. I guess you could call it like 24 hours, pertaining to the New Orleans Saints. A lot of positive things have happened. We all know about the visit of all-pro safety Justin Simmons, who ended up leaving. They didn't come up with a deal just yet, so I expect for him to probably test the market a little bit, maybe go visit some other teams. I think they had dinner last night, and, I think that was, the topic of conversation. And I found it funny, man. I found it very, very funny, that when, we were all talking about Justin Simmons and the impact he will possibly have. And I went pretty much all in on Justin Simmons. And you had some Falcon fans. That had something to say. Now, it's been a minute since I really ran it on a Falcon fan. I was kind of letting them go. All right. I was going to leave them alone. I wasn't going to bother them. But when I came out here and I said that this guy's going to make an impact, here come the Falcon fans. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, no, he ain't. First off, look, when I'm talking about somebody that's going to make an impact, the Falcons would be the last person, last team, last fan base that I would want to talk about. I just want to make that very, very clear. All right. But, I said that Justin Simmons could be that deciding factor to help the Saints win a division. Of course, you had some Saints fans out there that has something to say about that, saying, well, what about the O-line? What about the fact that we ain't got no offense? Like, all that crying that y'all been doing for years about how y'all wanted to change up this offense, and finally they try to change up the offense, and they're giving you modern-day offensive innovation, and y'all still somewhere crying. Why are you crying about something that you haven't even seen already? Like I've been telling people, you could have a wait-and-see approach. You can have a wait-and-see approach, about a situation, that's fine. But some of y'all just ready to jump out the damn window. Like, I don't understand it, man. Like, what do you want? Like, you want them to close the doors down or something? Like, let's wait until like we see what this offense actually looks like. But that comes with the territory. A lot of people, they just get their thoughts and their views from social media, and they think they know what's going on. Probably couldn't tell an X or O from the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? In the alphabet, I should say. But they don't know what the Y zone is, and they don't know how some of the things that your offensive line can lack at. This Y zone can actually make it better, and also, with the running game and some of the things like taking the ball out of Derek Carr's hands. But they don't want to talk football, man. They just want to bitch and moan. Excuse my French. But anyway, back to these Falcon fans. Back to these Falcon fans who always got something to say. First, they said, I heard this guy, he tweeted me in response to my Justin Simmons comment. He's a Falcon fan. He said, well, we've been having down years at the quarterback position, but now we got it straight. Now, I want people to understand this, right? He's saying that they're having down years with the Falcons. That's what that's what he's saying to me at the quarterback position. So now they got Kirk Cousins. All of a sudden, all of their problems are going to go away. Here's the problem that I have with this. While they up here complaining and making excuses about a quarterback, I believe Trevor Siemian was the quarterback at one time. I think Andy Dalton may have beat him. Jameis Winston may have beat him. I want y'all to understand this. This is why I don't argue with Falcon fans when they got something to say. Since Christmas Eve of 2017, since Christmas Eve of 2017 to the present, the Saints have played the Falcons 12 times. Would you all like to know how many times in those 12 meetings the Saints have beaten the Falcons? They have beaten the Falcons 10 out of 12 meetings. 10 out of 12 meetings dating back to Christmas Eve 2017. So why would I sit up here and be arguing about what my team looking like versus what your team looking like? The excuse was that you had issues at the quarterback position. But you have been losing to the New Orleans Saints 10 out of 12 times. Y'all say that we suck, but no matter what product, no matter what dumpster fire the Saints may be in at any particular point, they are still good enough to beat the Falcons. So if we suck, somebody tell me, what do the Falcons do? But I just had to let that be known. I didn't want to come at y'all, man, because I know what type of misery that y'all be in. And I know they're trying to grasp at straws to try to find ways to try to, talk, get themselves back in a conversation. They feel like Kirk Cousins is the guy. Cool. But at the same time, let's not be delusional about this thing. Y'all still, hold on, man. When the last time the Falcons made the playoffs? Somebody look this up. Let me see. When was the last time the Falcons they made the playoffs? Let's see. The Atlanta Falcons have not been to the playoffs since 2017. So, since 2017, this team has not made the playoffs. But now all of a sudden, Kirk Cousins come to town. Y'all think y'all can talk? The Saints, I want y'all to understand this, man. The Saints now own the lead for head-to-head with the Atlanta Falcons. So they no longer have a leg to stand on when it comes to the Saints. That was the only thing that they had to hold on to, was that overall record against the Saints. And now that's gone. They don't have a leg to stand on. I just want to make that very, very clear. So a Falcon fan can't tell me nothing. Don't tell me anything about what it takes to win and who y'all got that's better than the Saints, because it doesn't matter. Y'all gonna do it. They do the same thing they always do, which is fail horribly, and at the same time look ridiculous in the process because they get all hyped up and excited about what they got, like true Cowboy fans be doing. We got this and we got that, and we gonna throw to him and we're going to sack y'all with him. And then the next thing you know, y'all last in the division, or second to last in the division. So, I mean, 10 out of the last 12 meetings, dating back to 2017, Christmas Eve of 2017, the Saints have beaten the Atlanta Falcons 10 out of the last 12 times they played them. I was just in shock. I was like, unbelievable, man. Like, oh my goodness. But anyway, man, back to the topic at hand. I had to let that be known, man. Little Falcon talk, to get the show started. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. We're talking about Pete Werner, man. Pete Werner, the linebacker of the New Orleans Saints, came to the Saints a few years ago, coming out of Ohio State, had really good upside. He was a second-round pick. We know about his ability to be able to, run sideline to sidelines, guard running backs and tight ends. And Pete Werner has done a really good job in a Saints uniform. And yes, they got some Saints fans out there that's going to talk about, he ain't been healthy at times and all that. But when Pete Werner is in a game, he makes an impact. You know that he's out there. It's rather he going to force a fumble or, he going to get an interception or he going to do a play that just makes you glad that he's on your football team. Well, this is according to NBC Sports. Pete Werner signed a 3-year extension with the New Orleans Saints. The deal is worth more than $25 million with $17.5 million guaranteed. So he recorded 93 total tackles and 4 tackles for loss and an interception and 2 fumble recoveries last year. So Pete Werner was very active last year. He played in 16 games. That's something that is very, very positive. The fact that he didn't miss, many games. He only missed 1. So I like Pete Werner, man. I got a lot of respect for Pete Werner. I think that the direction the defense is going in, I think that Pete Werner is going to play a huge role. You got to look at the fact of Demario Davis getting up there in age. You don't really see any slippage in his game, but I'm pretty sure one of these days Demario is going to want to retire from the league, and you got to have somebody to be able to pick up that slack. And luckily for the New Orleans Saints, they've always had that one leader over the last couple of years that you can count on to make plays and put guys in the right position. It was Jonathan Velma before that, and then we were fortunate enough as fans to get Demario Davis after that. So Pete Werner is definitely going to be one of those leaders on the team that we're going to be looking to for success down the line, when Demario decides to, hang it up. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing for the New Orleans Saints organization. But I would be remiss if I don't mention what the hell is going on with the Alvin Kamara contract. I mean, what's going on there? What is happening here? All right. Why are we trying to pay, or why are we paying everyone but Alvin Kamara? Like, I don't know if the numbers aren't right. Maybe they don't want to pay this man. I don't know. All I know is I think that Alvin Kamara deserves to get paid. I'm happy for Pete Werner. I don't want to poo-poo on this moment for him. I mean, this is a testament to his hard work to be able to get that second deal. But they need to go ahead and they need to pay Alvin Kamara, because if I'm looking at Justin Simmons coming in and I know what his asking price is, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing reports about Pete Werner, I'm happy for my teammate, but I'm also feeling some type of way in the process. So hopefully they can get this situation resolved so we don't have that over our head the entire season, hearing people talk about it, wondering if he's happy, satisfied, people wondering, oh man, is he giving it his all? I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to be having shows where I got to talk about his commitment. I'm talking Kamara, because I think that his commitment really shows the fact that he's out there knowing that he's basically playing for pennies. He's only guaranteed, I want to say, $1 million this season. So the fact that he's out there playing right now and practicing, but with all these guys getting injured and nicked up, and he's still out there giving it his all. So I don't think anybody needs to question Alvin Kamara's commitment. I don't think anybody needs to question if he's all in with this football team and this new regime, this new offense. I think that this guy has done more than enough in order for him to be able to get that contract that he deserved. But let's go ahead and read some of your comments, and we'll go ahead and we'll go from there. Jared says, open the line. TJ, I got something to say for them Falcon fans. Well, Jerry, I'm not gonna open the phone lines today, man. I'm having some technical issues with this, so I'll get feedback every time I open up the lines. I'm waiting for a part to actually come in so I can resolve that issue. That's the reason I haven't opened up the phone lines. If you guys haven't noticed, I was waiting on, like, when I open it up, and I try to, I was playing around with the little phone line, I guess, like, button, and all of a sudden, like, I'm in like massive feedback, so people won't be able to hear you, and while I'm doing that. So until that like part comes in, is a part for a box that I got, and once that come in, then I'll be able to open up the phone lines again. That's the reason why, that's the reason why we haven't got that, because I know that if you start talking, people won't be able to hear you. But let's go ahead and stroll down a little bit. But definitely, I know you got a lot to say about them, about the birds, man. Yeah, just waiting on that equipment to come in, man. So, and once that happens, then, well, I don't want to say I'm waiting for it to come in. There's been some really bad rain and weather here in the Carolinas, and I honestly been working from home. What I need is actually like at the radio station. So I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to get back to work so I can be able to get it, so I can open up the phone line. So that's basically it. I won't say I'm waiting for it to come in. I'm waiting to go get it. It already came in. I just haven't got a chance to get it yet. Let's see. Remember when they said AJ Terrell was a top 5 corner? Haha, hilarious. Now, I'm not gonna say AJ Terrell isn't bad. Like, he deserves to, like, be in a conversation as one of the top corners in the league. I'm not gonna talk bad about the players. It's just the fact that they just, I don't know. It's like they're bad, and then all of a sudden they get like some good news, and then they start running with it, and they just tell us these endless possibilities of what's going to happen. But it don't matter. Like, there's been times where I'll be 100 with you. The Saints did not have a better roster or better players that day than the Falcons did, and they still end up losing. They come up with the right game plan and everything. Like, they come up with a masterful game plan and lose to the Saints by a field goal, or lose to the Saints because the Saints get the ball last and just drive the ball down the field. It's just hilarious to me, man. Like, how it just, I mean, I wouldn't be doing much talking. Like, seriously, I wouldn't be doing much talking about what I got and what y'all are. And I get it. Like, y'all, they don't like the Saints. But, like, let's be real about where y'all at as a franchise right now. Like, y'all still got to figure it out. Y'all been having this, that, and everything else for I don't know how long, and still underachieved. So, I mean, Saints out there with about the most mediocre quarterback play that you're going to find in some instances, and still had enough to be able to beat the Falcons. Like, what does that say about you? Carr mentioned he's emotional, that let's see, our downfall, if he don't feel like it's going his way, he's going to lose us games. Well, true. Look, I don't know if that's the case or not. All I know is you got two guys that people are looking at very, very closely. And I ain't just talking about fans. I'm talking about the organization. I'm talking about Dennis Allen, and I'm talking about Derek Carr. Derek Carr has something to prove regardless of what that contract was, them wanting him to come to New Orleans regardless. Like, you still got to prove that you can actually win in this league. And Dennis Allen has to prove that he's the right guy for this job. So I wouldn't be trying to get in the face with nobody, because you need these guys to be able to perform in order for Dennis to keep his job and Derek to maintain his starting status. So I wouldn't be getting in anybody's face, in 2024. How is it up there in South Carolina? Man, it's honestly ain't been that bad. I mean, they forecast some heavy rain and some I guess like a few inches of rain that could cause some possible flooding, but it nothing really happened. Like, there's been like some rain, off and on, like right now, like the sun trying to come out. And I guess it just like basically like tropical storm Debbie kind of passing through. What happened was it was supposed it had a lot of strength, like headed towards this way, but it went through Georgia, and because of that Georgia heat, it got the moisture of that end up like kind of slowing down the track, and it kind of broke down like the force of what it could have possibly hit South Carolina, which they were expecting like a lot of rain, which it has been raining, but it hasn't been as bad. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So shouts out to Georgia for handling that light work right there. Anyone, I will give Georgia credit for that. Damn sure ain't giving them credit for them Falcons. Anyone that spoke out against the team or didn't buy in, especially if it's a Sean pick, he's getting rid of them. Yeah, look, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I understand it to a certain extent, Yella. I understand that you don't need like those sideline conversations about, oh man, I don't know if this dude the best guy for the job. Like you can't work effectively like that. So I will give them the BOD on that, the benefit of the doubt. Like I give them that. Like you need to like move on from guys that ain't buying into what you're trying to do. But at the end of the day, like you got to give people something to buy into. So these are your guys now. So everybody that you decided to keep, I guess they bought in. So if they're buying in, there's no excuses for you not to be able to do your job well, because everybody's listening and they're thinking that you have what it takes to lead them. Keep it clean in the chat and hit the like button and subscribe to the SOTS on your way in. Appreciate that, Keen Arthur. Thank you for that. Tim says, who that? And Tim, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for supporting all the episodes of Gumbo Pie, man. Every episode I see Tim. I see man, I see like a lot of different individuals in the chat. You know what I'm saying, that come to this show. Grant, I see him he be in there a lot. Jerry, I see him commenting as well. But Tim and Ghostface, man, they be like watching every episode, man. So I'm extremely humble, man. Thank y'all for that, man. Thank y'all for that support. Let's see, Mike T ate soup off that boy head. AJ Terrell, that game he was overrated, but he ain't bad, but overrated. He like top 30 corner. I don't want to say. I think he top 15. I do. I think he a top 15 corner. I do. I think he a top 15 corner. Like I give him that. I just think that Michael Thomas has his number. Thank you for the $4.99 as well, Tim. Appreciate that, man. Says y'all in the same boat. No, we not. We not in the same boat. We are not the same, my friend. The Saints are in a better position than the Falcons are in, right? Yeah, I mean, look, you can keep on saying the same thing over and over again. ATL Street Life, like, shouts out to you, man. Thank you for being here. You can say the same thing, man, but in reality, we not. Like, y'all been saying the same thing since Drew Brees retired, man. We're in the same boat, but we still got enough to beat y'all. So what is it? Like, what is it? Like I said, since 2017, dating back to Christmas Eve, 2017, they have played your Falcons 12 times. The Saints have beaten your Falcons 10 out of those 12 times. We are not the same, my friend. We are not the same. 48-17 ATL Street Life. We are not the same, man. And look, I don't want to keep on like dwelling on this. I do not, man, because I don't want like I want to talk about Pete Werner. I want to be able to answer questions. So I don't want to just to turn it to just the Atlanta bashing show, even though I had to let that be known because I'm wondering why in the world all of you Falcon fans got something to say about Justin Simmons coming to the Saints. Number one, that just shows that they have some line of fear because they know that the Saints are a competitive team. They know that the New Orleans Saints have had their number. And if they bring somebody in like this, they know that can be that piece that get them over the hump. Or it can be like maybe, fourth quarter, Kirk Cousins driving, and then all of a sudden Justin Simmons just jumps in the way and picks the ball off to seal the game. Like they know it. Like you want to know how a fan of the opposition or get nervous when you start talking about a key addition, a contract extension, a player looking good at practice. Guess what? They're gonna be like, y'all still ain't gonna do nothing. That's when you know they nervous. I'm telling you. That's when you know they nervous. Or, they just want some real, positive football talk and, from yours truly. You know what I'm saying? They want some real football talk. We joke around, but they know we not biased here. You know what I'm saying? We not biased here. We love the Saints, but we call them out when they not doing anything. But we can't call them out in this case because 12 meetings, 10 wins, 10 and 2 since 2017 against the Atlanta Falcons, man. 10 and 2. Rolling down the street to Mercedes-Benz, about to go 10 and 2 on a Falcon with a win. Rolling down the street, Mercedes-Benz, yo, about to go 10 and 2. Don't make me make a song, man. Y'all know I'm good at that. Don't make me make a song, man. Don't make me do it, man. I'm telling y'all, don't make me do it. Y'all know that I moonlight as a songwriter, man. Shout out to them after show boys. Yes, sir, man. Shouts out to them after show boys.
Shouts out, shouts out, shouts out, shouts out, shouts out to them after show boys. Shouts out, shouts out, shouts out, shouts out, shouts out to them after show boys. They be tweet and be post, they be tweet and be post, they be tweet. Yeah, them after show boys. They be tweet and be post, they be tweet and be post, they be tweet. Yeah, them after show boys.
Hey, man, shouts out to all the after show boys out there, after show girls out there, man. Much love to y'all. ATL Streetlight, shut up, man. Come on, man. Let them go, man. And please do not block them. Please do not block them. Please do not block the man. All right. let the man speak his piece. I know how y'all roll, man. Come on, man. Let them live, man. Let them live. They just scared and jealous of us. Our secondary is better than theirs. They got a decent secondary, man. They got a decent defense too. But like I said, that's the comical part about this. That's the most comical part about this because it doesn't matter what they put on the field. They find a way to like lose. I don't know. I don't get it. TJ, if they had a dope podcast to go to, TJ, they wouldn't troll. Well, they got some decent podcasters out there. I won't say decent, some good, man. Shouts out to my guy Jew Talk, man. He does a really good job, very unbiased, and really knows his team, man. Shouts out to my guy Berto too, man. That's my guy right there, man. Like he's a Falcon fan. He lives on the East Coast, but he's a big time Falcon fan, man. We pretty cool, man. We've done a few Bleacher Report projects together. He's with the Saints Roundtable. He was filling in for the main guy, but you know, we mess with each other. You know what I'm saying, a lot when it comes to the teams, man. But at the end of the day, we all know what it is, man. The Saints got the Falcons number right now. I ain't saying that it's always gonna be that way. I don't know, but right now, it is. But we got to talk a little bit about something else that just took place. I mean, I'm talking about we just got this news. Let me go to my favorite guy. I mean, I got plenty of favorites, man, but this guy right here, man, this is my dude right here, Ross Jackson, man. Shouts out to Ross Jackson out there doing amazing work, man. Out there, you know, giving us up-to-date information on the you know, the New Orleans Saints, and then he does after further review after every practice. So, man, I don't see how this dude do it. Like, I don't see how he do it, man. This guy be doing his Locked On Saints, and then he do the show with John Hendricks, and then like I don't know, man. That guy's a machine. But anyway, they were talking about towards the end of practice today. They were talking about Chase Young. They said Chase Young had 3 straight sacks, or would have been sacks, by, you know, lining up against Trevor Penning. And my goodness, Saints fans lost their mind. They lost their mind because Trevor Penning was getting beat by Chase Young. But look, man, here's the thing. You can look at this two ways. You can look at it like Trevor Penning is a disaster, or you can look at the fact that Chase Young is freaking good. I don't understand why people just don't understand. Like, you are lucky that this dude fell into your lap. You are lucky that this dude is on his football team. The only reason, go back to the episode when the Saints signed Chase Young. Guess who brought him first? Me. I'm going to continue to say that. The reason why Chase Young ended up with the New Orleans Saints was because of the whole neck surgery situation, and teams were kind of, reluctant about that. The fact that the Saints committed to him and they were like, okay, we are willing to deal with that, and take it, one step at a time. That is why he signed with the Saints with the 1 year, $13 million deal. This guy is good. I don't understand why y'all don't understand why this dude falling to the New Orleans Saints is a great thing. And I don't feel like that's an indictment on Trevor Penning. Like, Trevor Penning could honestly get better, but he's like, you're not going to be going up against guys like Chase Young every single day. And as a matter of fact, if he starts to win those matchups against Chase Young, like, I would trust that him going up against some of these elite pass rushers, because Chase Young can be and is on his way. As long as he stays healthy, he's on his way to being an elite pass rusher. So I'm not concerned about that. And plus, on top of that, let him go out here and let them see what he can do. Let him see what he can do. Let him see if he is the guy of the future, or is just something that you got to move on from. But the Saints aren't crazy. They aren't insane. That's why they got Herron. That's why they end up like getting him off the street. That's why they end up getting Ali Udo. Like, the Saints understand, like, we're going to give you as much as you need. We're going to give you as many resources as you need to be the best that you can possibly be on the offensive line. But at the same time, if it does not pan out, we got a veteran right here. And then on top of that, look, I've seen Ali Udo play. Is he the best tackle in football? Absolutely not. If he was, he wouldn't be with the Saints. But he's a solid offensive lineman, and he's good enough to be what you need him to be until you possibly draft the next guy. So to me, I'm not concerned about this at all. I think that you can do enough with the right tackle position with the guys that you brought in to be able to kind of masquerade the imperfections of your offensive line until you're able to find another guy, like a Fuaga in the first round or earlier in the draft, like a second round or something like that, until you can find your guy. I'm okay with it. But I'm not going to sit up here and be upset about Chase Young dominating a guy that he's better than. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude is a beast. Like, this is a 14, 15 sack dude. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but this dude is this guy could possibly lead the league in sack type player. That's the type of player he is. He's that type of human being. So sitting up here, saying, oh, man, Trevor Penning, man, you suck, man. We ain't never going to be nothing offensive line. Ain't going to be the same, man, since Drew Brees done left. Like, it ain't the same since Drew Brees left. But, I mean, bro, I'm just encouraging everybody that's feel this way. Like, go and watch the Wide Zone. I wish I can put up some of this footage so y'all can understand, like, how this offense helps individuals that kind of struggle on the offensive line and how that can be beneficial to them. How, like, this particular offense can be beneficial to a lot of the things that the Saints kind of lack in. But that's when people just be talking. First off, they're talking with 2023 eyes because they're still looking at this team as if it has the same offense. This team went 9-8 with Pete Carmichael calling plays, with his passive-aggressive, this is passive-aggressive self. Like, he was out there, like, just calling the most conservative plays that you ever gonna find. No innovation, like no rhyme, no reason, no chess, all checkers. And They went 9-8 with this. So imagine what you can do with a guy who is bringing in an offense that is sweeping the land right now, and he has these guys running it. You got some talented players. I'm telling y'all, schemes make players better. You go back and watch the episode that I did on the Gumbo Pot about the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert. When you have a player that is good, if he comes into the league and all of a sudden, like, he don't have like that coach that can elevate him to challenge him, guess what? He just going to be at the same level, just like Justin Herbert is right now. Justin Herbert has always been good. He was good at Oregon. The only reason he wasn't no top pick because everybody was talking about his questioning his leadership. And, and the Panthers yet again fail at getting a quarterback of the future. Could have had Justin Herbert, but you up here talking about leadership. But anyway, I digress. I know I'm picking on everybody in the NFC South right now, but it's just hilarious to me. But at the end of the day, Justin Herbert has kind of just been right here, right? I guarantee you, after he deal with this plantar fasciitis thing in his foot, watch how good this dude is when Jim Harbaugh is his coach. I guarantee you're going to be talking about Justin Herbert more with Jim Harbaugh as his coach as Brandon Staley, no coach and tell was. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, schemes matter. Like, putting people in position to succeed matter. Chris Olave had 1,123 yards and 5 touchdowns last season. And that offense was about as stale as a bag of chips left open for 24 hours. Y'all know it. So imagine what this guy can do when he is sitting up here. I'm talking Clint Kubiak, sitting up here watching this guy from college to his time in the pros, coming up with a scheme to make this dude be able to eat even more, man. So I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand like why people don't feel and don't realize that schemes matter and it benefits players. So I'm not looking at this team with 2023 eyes. Like, this is going to be a completely different offense. They're going to be running a completely different offense this season. But that's when I know people people don't know ball. They just know, they just watch a press conference or they just read a tweet and they be like, Trevor Penning fell down when he was going up against Carl Granderson. See, man, he sucked. And let somebody say something about Trevor Penning. Well, he fell the other day, so you know he gonna fall when he played against the Cowboys with Michael Parsons. Like, dude, like, the laziest. Like, have a mind of your own, for God's sakes. And then, you can tell that most of the people that be having like these strong opinions about where the team is going, they ain't watching no tape. They don't know a wide zone from a wide receiver from a wide open field. Like, they don't. And they don't know what this actually brings to the table. Like I get the reluctance of embracing this team with coach and quarterback. I get that. But at the end of the day, like, let's see the thing unfold. Like, I'm all for it. Like, if it don't work out, then y'all already know where I stand. But I'm not just gonna ish on it like sight unseen. Like, I would like to see if it works. Like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person that just sit up here like, look, I ain't trying to be ahead of the curve. Like, some people like to give these takes to be ahead of the curve. And another thing bothers me when people tell me, oh man, you just got an agenda. Like, I got no damn agenda. Watch my show and tell me if I got an agenda. I have no agenda. Like, you got some people that, like, it's so crazy. You got some people that think that I'm not a real Saints fan because I'm openly honest about the things that go on. And then you got people that think that I gotta, play it safe. Like, yeah, damn if you do, damn if you don't, I guess. But at the end of the day, man, please, like, I get that we're not the biggest fans of this team as of right now when it comes to the leadership up top, but I would like to see this thing play out. Every team right now is 0-0. And I get it, like, not expecting anything on the first date, you ain't got to get your hopes up for a second one, right? But at the end of the day, like go out here and enjoy it, have a good time. If it don't work out, then don't call them. You know, he gonna call you. But just enjoy the ride. Like if we are around week 8 and we're talking about this team offense not really doing anything, Trevor Penning slipping and sliding all over the field, or, like a bunch of guys hurt, then we can have this conversation. But I'm like, man, I'm waiting for I ain't seen a preseason game, man. I ain't seen nothing yet. I don't know what this team can look like. You don't know what this team look like. TJ, they don't know Ish from Shanghai. Like, I'm serious. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, I understand the frustration. You want to win. But what I don't understand is this team has done some things to improve itself. So we the whole time we was like, they stuck in the past. They don't want to move forward. Finally, they started moving guys out that we've been talking about being usual suspects of ineptitude. And then all of a sudden, I don't know. Ross said Penning had a fight today. Oh, he had a fight? Well, I mean, that's happening at a lot of practice. I think I heard DK Metcalf swung a helmet at one of his teammates. Then you had Malik Neighbors with fighting one of the safeties from the Lions. And yeah, I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown was out there fighting. Which leads me to another point, man. Ain't it funny though? It's like the Saints, they just thought it's like they go get they're getting the brothers of all these all pros and potential all pro players. Like, I guess they feel like, man, like they grew up in the same house. They got to be good at something. They go, instead of getting Amon-Ra St. Brown, they get Equal Media St. Brown. Instead of Puka Nacua, they get Samson Nacua. It's like they anticipating, man, here comes Michael Jackson. Man, Michael Jackson coming down. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Reby Jackson. Oh, shoot, man. Get your heart all hyped and fired up for Michael Jackson and Reby Jackson come out there. God, dog. Right? Maybe he can sing a little bit, man, but he ain't dancing like Mike, right? That ain't Michael Jackson. That's Marlon Jackson. TJ, it's been reported that we are heavy favorites to land Simmons despite him wanting to explore all his options. I explored mine too if I were him. Yeah, I mean, look, I explored options before I come to the table. Maybe some teams out there maybe be willing to give him more money, maybe be in better position to win a championship. Look, I appreciate Cam Jordan going on Stan Verrett's ESPN show. Shouts out to Stan Verrett, by the way, an OG legend right there. But, I know he was excited to talk about why not the Saints, but, I mean, to your lip, what they say, from your lips to God's ears, my friend. But right now, man, look, you can say you got all the pieces, but y'all been saying that for years, man. And right now, that people don't look at the Saints as a Super Bowl contender. I don't look at the Saints as a Super Bowl contender, and I love the team. So, if the Saints go to the Super Bowl, to me, bro, like, honestly, that would be the biggest shock. Well, one of the biggest shocks ever. Like, I have there's not a doubt in my mind or any thought in my mind that believes that the New Orleans Saints going to the Super Bowl. I just want them to be better than when they were last year. Like, if we can get to the playoffs, like, can we get the playoffs? Like, they got 7 slots now. Can you be better? Can you be better than 8 teams? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you be better? Can you be better? Like, can you be in that top 7, right? Can you be one of the best 8 teams in the league, right? You know what I'm saying? Fight for the 7 spot. Can you do that? Can you do that? That's all. Like, people will be like, man, you up here talking about the playoffs. That's it. Like, bro, do you realize the Saints that go to the postseason in 3 seasons? Man, that's it. Like, bro, you know who's saying that's it? The 49ers. If this was the state of the 49ers, and I was like, man, if the 49ers get Justin Simmons, they're gonna win the division. That ain't saying much. It's like, man, bro, we was in a Super Bowl, man. We went to overtime. We almost won that thing. But, man, look, you have these Drew Brees dreams with Derek Carr as your quarterback. You playoffs is a start. Okay, we still looking at this with Drew Brees' eyes around this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, you got Derek Carr as your quarterback. Like, let's start with the playoffs and see where we can go from there. Right? I mean, that's good enough for me right now. At least I know they're getting on track. You know, I don't like, come on, man. Like, let's be serious. Like, if the Saints played the 49ers in the playoffs, they would be heavy. Like Gucci Man say, heavy underdogs. I'm telling you, man, they would. I'm telling you, boy, that would be that ticket that you cash out on, boy, if the Saints beat the 49ers. Boy, I mean, you can quit your job if you bet enough money on that. Like, people aren't looking for the team to do much. That's just a fact. So if they make the playoff, I'm okay with that. Like, that's the way I feel about it. I'm willing to bet the Saints don't get 12 wins with anyone, let alone go to the Super Bowl. That's taking candy from a baby. I want to see that. Like, can you imagine? Like, shouts out to No Cap, man. I checked out your podcast, man, the other day. Can you imagine, like, going to Vegas and be like, man, I want to put this money on the Saints going to the Super Bowl, and the Saints go? I know you ain't got to work no more. If you put up enough money, I know you ain't gonna be able to. You ain't gonna have to work no more. You ain't gotta struggle no more. You ain't gotta struggle no more. If we can continue to have a sound defense and get offense to at least control the clock like we used to, it could be possibly a playoff season. Yeah, it could be. I just want playoff. Just give me the playoff, man. Like when I was saying it was Cisco, just give me the playoffs. Just give me the playoff, man. That's all I need. At least I know y'all trending in the right direction, man. You're trending in the right direction. Like, we up here, boy. What they say, man, you can't be going out for steak when you got hot dog money, man. You got them Drew Brees dreams, okay? All right, you got them Drew Brees dreams right now. You know, like, okay, if Drew Brees was the quarterback with this defense, and Drew Brees, let's just say if Drew Brees was, how old is Derek Carr? 34? 34-year-old Drew Brees? With this defense? Bruh, sign me up. Sign me up. We winning. We going to the Super Bowl, man. We going to the Super Bowl, man. Let's play.
Feel that black and gold going back to the Super Bowl. To the Super Bowl. I feel that black and gold going back to the Super Bowl.
For real, man. I'm telling you, man. We going back to that thing. 34-year-old Drew Brees with this defense. Bruh. Y'all know I ain't lying. But you got them Drew Brees dreams, man, with Derek Carr as the quarterback, man. And look, Derek Carr is not the worst quarterback in the world, but he still has to prove that he can win a game of significance in this league, man. Like Thursday night games and, you know, playing against Patrick Mahomes in week 9, even though they may call it a big game because they want you to watch. That ain't big. That ain't what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about a game of significance. When the game is on the line, you know, the chips on the table. That's when you know for a fact, you know, that you got something special. If we can't continue, I already read that. Yeah. Let me scroll back up just a little bit. It started with them getting sons of former NFL players, and now it's the brothers of the NFL players. Does Dennis Allen have a brother? I might take him over to. Look, I don't know, man. Look, I think Samson Nakua actually playing pretty well out there, you know. And we know that I don't know what Equimity is doing. I ain't heard his name since that podcast thing, so I don't know exactly what he's doing. I know he had like a little bit of an injury, which that seems like that's a reoccurring theme right now. A lot of guys nicked up. I want to see what the preseason game gonna look like. Who gonna catch the football? You gonna have some guys out there, man. They might be playing the whole game. Like A.T. Perry might go for 200. He might have a 200 yard stat line. Be like what 20 with like 15 catches off 21 targets. Only wide receiver out there, man. The way this wide receiver room looking like, they got a lot of guys out there, man. They need to they need to go into the ice tub, man, because there's a lot of little soft tissue injuries, and they being cautious, I guess. I'm not an after show boy today. Well, thank you for being here, Dietrich. Appreciate that. TJ at the SOTS doing a preseason watch party stream. You know what? That might be a good idea because let me see about that. I might be able to get that. That's actually a good idea because I'm doing Bleacher Report. I'm doing Bleacher Report after every preseason game. All right. Shouts out to Bleacher Report, working with them throughout the 2024 season. So that's another blessing this way. But I'm doing after shows for a Bleacher Report. So I might start doing these little watch alongs, man. That's a good idea. I think that's something that, well, let me ask y'all, like, would y'all be interested in something like that, a preseason watch along? So if y'all interested in something like that, man, I mean, I think I can make that happen. I think I can make that happen, man. Let's see. The Saints team might look like the Broncos last season team. I honestly, I can't even tell you what they went. Well, I know their record because I just recently did a video on them. They went 8-9. But yeah, I don't know. I think with a 34-year-old Drew Brees with this defense, yeah, you making the playoffs. I'm in, TJ. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. That's something I might explore. Let me see. I gotta see about the time with this preseason game. Make sure that if everybody interested in it, man, I don't mind doing it. I do not mind doing a watch party. If to watch the Saints game. That sounds like a pretty good idea. Because I was trying to figure out, like, okay, do I want to do Bleacher Report and then jump on to do the State of the Saints? So I might do that, man. I might end up doing it. Yep, because I usually watch B&Q channel because he be live. But if you do it, I think it would be great. And that's another thing, Asa. Like, I don't like stepping on people's toes either, man. Like, I mean, those guys do a really good job, man. And, that's kind of like why I be feeling bad sometimes. Like when, my schedule, the only time I can actually like go live, I know it'd be around time like some of these other, Saints YouTubers and Saints, podcasters, they do their show. But, like I said, I don't be want to jump on people's toes like that, man. I know, they put a lot of work into it. But yeah, I mean, I think I can make that. I think I can make that happen, though. I think I want to make that happen. And like, I mean, I honestly was trying to figure out, like, was I going to do like those two shows? That's a good idea, man. Thank you for that, Keno. That's a good idea. TJ, you doing a watch party with a Rolex? With a Rolex? I don't know about that. Shouts out to all the Saints content creators. Yeah, shouts out to all of them. Let's see. Finally caught you live. Keep on shining, TJ. I appreciate that, Aaron. Yeah, we trying to do some things over here, man. We working quite a bit this NFL season, man. We got the Roundtable Sports. I'm asking everybody to subscribe to that Roundtable Sports NFC South. Doing that every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Roundtable discussion with other NFC South representatives, Panthers, Bucks, Falcons, also Gumbo Pop Sports Podcast. We're man, I just recorded the last two 32 teams in 32 days videos. All right. So I gotta edit the last one, which is the Kansas City Chiefs. I did one today on the Las Vegas Raiders. And I've been doing that series. But after that, man, we about to really start talking some sports. Really start having some fun over there. Just with like kind of occupying my time. So now I can actually do shows, and it's probably gonna be like kind of similar to this particular format here. It's probably gonna be occasional recordings as well. Probably more recordings than lives, but we're gonna be going live during primetime games. I want to let y'all know that. So y'all can come on over here, check that out on Gumbo Pie. And also, like, we're gonna be talking about like, the big storyline game of the week and other storylines that dominate the sports wave. Because I definitely want to talk about something I seen in a Chris Carter interview that I thought was very interesting. There's always hope. Shouts out to my mom right there. Yeah, there's always hope. I mean, there's a chance they can make the playoffs. Then to me, I don't think the Saints are going to be a bad football team to a point where we just like, man, I got something better to do with my Sunday. I don't feel that way. I don't think that they will get that bad. Maybe, like underachieving a few games where we feel like they should win, but I don't think they're just going to be like god awful. Happy birthday, TJ. Thank you for that, no cap. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man, 38 years old, man. Getting up there in age, but man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be able to do this. I'm blessed to be able to have a family that supports me. Y'all see my mom in the chat. I got a wife that that loves me. I'm actually celebrating my 4-year wedding anniversary tomorrow. So of course y'all know about the Pac-Man, and like it's great, man. I mean, just to think where I started when I first started doing podcasting and what we've elevated to since then, it's a blessing. I'm happy to be here, happy to be doing this, happy to be 38 years old. Happy to know that I seen some good Saints football once upon a time. Hopefully I'll be able to see it again. And happy anniversary. Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Probably more than likely won't be doing any shows tomorrow, man. Celebrating my 4-year wedding anniversary. Then, I got to go to work tomorrow and stuff like that. So probably won't be doing any shows. If anything, it'll probably be something around this time or a little bit earlier. If something happens, I'll probably do a show then. But yeah. But I'm trying to make sure I'll read a few more comments, and then we'll go ahead and get up out of here, man. I'm just excited, happy for Pete Werner, man, be getting that big time contract right there. Deserves it. I think it's a suitable contract for a player of his caliber. I really do. I appreciate them in their efforts trying to go after the best talent on the free agent market in Justin Simmons. I know that some Saints fans don't really agree with it. They feel like maybe you need to take a look at the offensive line. But let me go ahead and take a look, man. Let me go ahead and take a look before we get up out of here. See what the free agent offensive line looking like. Let's see, free agent offensive lineman right now, according to this that's available. Let me go. What I'm doing right now is just basically putting the positions in. But we'll just go with tackle. All right. We'll go with tackle and we'll go with available. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I'm going to pull this up so everybody can see what I'm looking at right now. All right. This is a sports track that I'm going to be pulling up. All right. So we can look at these available free agents here. All right. I always have them pop-up ads on here, man. I understand that. But anyway, you got David Bakhtiari. He's 32 years old. He's been in the league for a long time, but if you follow football, you already know that, I mean, this guy stays hurt. You got DJ Humphries, pretty decent. You got Charles Leno, 32 years old. You got Dwayne Brown, 38 years old. You got Donovan Smith, Mr. Holden himself. He's 31. You got Cameron Fleming. That's 31. Tiga, you got him. He's 26 years old. You got Billy Turner. You know, like come on, man. Somebody stop when you see somebody that you think we just need to go ahead and take a look at. Like, help me out. All right. So Billy Turner, yeah, Cam Irvin. That ain't wouldn't be a bad one just to bring in. I have a flyer on. Andrew Trainer. I mean, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? Ethan Greenwich. Y'all want to bring back Ethan? Y'all bring back Ethan Greenwich? Bring him back. But who's out? Like, honestly, based on what the Saints have on their offensive line right now, which one of those gentlemen that's gonna move the needle? You know, which one of them gonna move the needle, man? Like that's why we just can't be sitting up here talking about the problems and don't have any solutions to the problems. You know, the difference between us here on the State of the Saints podcast and most, you know, and some of these other Saints fans that just, you know, just be spitting in the wind, so to speak. Like, at least when we have issues or problems, like, we'll come with a solution. Now, some of those solutions be way out in left field, but at least we come with a solution. But just sitting up there talking about the offensive line suck, they suck. What? With what offensive line? We're going to have a top offense with what offensive line? Where's the solution? I honestly feel like when Heron and Ali Udo and Patrick Lucas, or Lucas Patrick, I just get his name mixed up. It seemed like, you know, his name could work anyway. Yeah, one of them people that just have a name that can just work any way. Patrick Lucas, Lucas Patrick. This sounds like it could be either one of those names. But you got guys like that, right? So I think they did the best they could possibly do. I really do. I believe that this team did the best they could possibly do at that particular position. I don't think that you can do, like, based on what you have out there, based on your salary cap situation, based on like some of the, you know, things that you're dealing with. Who you got? Like, who do you have? I'm still trying to look at some names. They got a couple guys. I mean, you want to bring back Trey Turner? I mean, I don't know. Maybe, you know, that pec injury that he had kept him out for the season. Maybe, you know, that's healed. Maybe you want to try with him again. I'm really looking at this list, man. And I'll pull up all the offensive linemen so y'all can see it. All right. So this is the full list of the offensive linemen. I mean, Gabe Jackson, you know, Max Garcia, you know, he is with the Saints. Trey Turner, I already mentioned him. Drew Forbes, Billy Turner, already mentioned him. I'm just wondering, like, who y'all see? Who y'all see on this list? I mean, DJ Fluker look, I mean, in incredible shape, man, but they ain't played football in years, yo. So what you see is what you get, folks. Like, we just gotta hope that this thing work out. Well, so much for that. But anyway, I didn't even realize that. So I don't even know when did this come down the pipe? Like, when did this come down the pipe? Hold on, wait a minute. I'm actually looking this up right now. Let me look it up on my computer. I'm looking up on my phone for a habit there. Let's see. I'm just looking it up and trying to see. Let's see what we got here. Where's the report about him being out for the year? Is there a report that says he's out for the year? I see Saints agreed to terms with Justin Heron and Shane Lemieux. I see that. I don't see anything about him being hurt. Where are we getting this information from? Like, where are we getting it from? Let me make sure. Okay, here we go. Thank you for that. Okay, so it happened on July 28. My goodness. He was placed on injury reserve on July 28, ending his season. Thank you very much for that. So, man, thank you for that. I'm gonna make sure I give Free Mind that credit right there. That was Man, that was such if a tree falls in the woods, like type shoot, I'm like, God, dog. Like that thing didn't make a sound, my friend. that thing didn't make a sound. Like I ain't hear nothing. My goodness. And I'm up here like shouting this man out, man. Well, hope he get better, man. Oh man, that's crazy. I'm just wondering, man, what the heck is going on at practice? Like, what is happening? What is happening at some of these practices, man? What are they doing? Like, what are they doing, man? Oh, they playing Squid Games or something? I'm like, man, shoot, God, oh, like, can we get healthy? I mean, a lot of hamstring injuries, like, a lot of like lower extremity injuries, a lot of little pulls. Man, I just want this team. If they can just stay intact, stay healthy, they'll be all right. TJ, I'm putting together a quarterback challenge to promote my new art game, Pocket Paint, where you throw footballs at the targets and the targets make the art. Wanted to invite you and the Hoodats. Yeah, that's something I'll be interested in. And like I said, man, I really want to do I really want to do some more traveling this year. I'm definitely gonna be rolling up to some football games. I'm going to the first game of the season against Carolina. And I'm definitely gonna fly down there for that one. I want to travel, man. I want to travel and to do some things, and so I'm down to do something like that. And I know you don't stay that far from where I'm at, so yeah, that ain't nothing but like getting in the car and driving down 20, I believe. Let's see, that's the key. Stay healthy. Yeah, you stay healthy, you'll be okay. Y'all got any more questions? I'll take a few more. I'll take a few more questions if anybody has any. I'll stroll back up a little bit. No, I missed quite a few. I know some of these questions gonna be. See if we get some questions about Pete Werner. Yeah, a lot of. I don't want to open up them can of worms. No, talk about the Falcons. Let's see. Slim says it's amazing that the Saints extend hurt players. This kind of on brand. Let's see. It's amazing that the Saints extend hurt players. I'm happy for Warner, but AK is more durable and yet not get extended. Our front office is delusional, in my opinion. I think Matt was talking about that. Matt Moscona. He was saying that it's how they just fiscally irresponsible, but they cheap at the same time. Like they don't want to get away or shy away from the number that they already put out there, right? But they'll do everything that they can and kick the can down the road. Like they practice all these irresponsible financial moves, rob Peter to pay Paul, but they don't want to pay guys that can actually benefit them. But but at the end of the day, when you get your contract, like you're gonna get paid from the Saints. I bet you that's like the one quality that this team has. Like these players know they're gonna get the majority of their money. Like they're gonna get them signing bonus. They're gonna convert that salary into signing bonus. Like getting your money up front. It's my money and I want it now. You're gonna get it with the Saints. The key is depth because you already know dude's going to get hurt. Yep, that's what any team though. Teams that are lucky enough to keep their core players fully intact throughout the season, combined with depth. That honestly, that's how Philadelphia had that Super Bowl run. Like if you go, I'm not talking about like when Jalen Hurts was a quarterback. I'm talking about like when Nick Foles came in after Carson Wentz like tore everything that he had in his leg. Then you started to have some guys that go down the secondary. Dudes were picking up the slack. Like they were deep. Like it was maybe I ain't seen this team like deep, and when it comes to depth, it probably was the last season Drew Brees was here. Like they were deep. Like they had depth there. Like if they wouldn't have been able to get over that hump against the Bucs, I think they would have. I think the Saints probably could have went to the Super Bowl. I think they would. I think if they could have got out of the Superdome with that dub, I think they could have went to the Super Bowl that year. Because who do they play? Green Bay? Yeah. Tampa played Green Bay going to the Super Bowl, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think the Saints could have knocked off Green Bay. I really think that they could have. Because I want to say, didn't Drew Brees get hurt? Wasn't Drew Brees hurt that year or something like that? Or he got hurt. And I think Taysom Hill was like the quarterback for that game, and he fumbled the football. It was something bizarre that happened, but the Saints were like right there in the thick of it. They were right there in the thick of things. So, but yeah, I think it was something like bizarre like that. Do you think signing Pete Werner hurts chances of bringing Gabe back, knowing we still have to pay a Debo and Chase? That's a good question. I mean, that's when you got to make these tough conversations. But me, like looking at this football team and looking at some of the things that they are doing, the Saints know where they at. Like they know where they are. Like looking around this depth chart, like they know what they are. They know what they are right now, and they know what they like. I feel like next year this team is going to look different, like really different. Like I feel like this thing going to look really different next season. They're going to be relying on some young guys to be able to step up and make some plays. I don't think that this team is going to be. I don't think this team going to be the same. I don't think this team is going to be the same. Jared Cook fumbled against Tampa, shaking my head. Yeah, if they would have been able to get out of there, I think the Saints would have went to the Super Bowl. I really do. I think they would have went to the Super Bowl. But I mean, hey, Taysom fumble. Yeah. I know it was something like that. I know it was like something bizarre happened. But yeah, all in all, I'm looking forward to this season. I'm looking forward to the Saints going out there like this weekend, showing something. I'm happy for Pete Werner. I'm not concerned about this whole Trevor Penning thing, because I feel like you got some other guys out there that are good enough to, be able to fill in and do a formidable job until the Saints figure their tackle situation out. I'm happy that I'm hearing Chase Young had 3 straight sacks. I'm happy about that. Like this is the type of stuff that you need, because the Saints need that consistent pass rush. Like where they had like 34 sacks last season. I think you're looking at some of the top sack teams in the league, man. They north of 50. Like you gotta get at this quarterback. So I'm looking forward to this game. I don't know who's going to play. I'm hoping that some of these healthy starters get some snaps. Like y'all not good enough at this point for y'all to be sitting guys on the bench. Like this offense is too new, and I just think that the more reps that you get, the better you'll be able to become. Like if you get injured, I understand people might look at you a certain type of way, but you got to build some type of camaraderie here. You got to build some type of chemistry on that football field if you want to hit the ground running week 1 against the Carolina Panthers. So I'll keep you all posted. I'll let you know. I'll send out some tweets or messages on social media about what we are going to possibly do for that game. Might take Keen Arthur's advice and do a live stream, but I'll make sure I let y'all know. But thank you all so much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast. Really do appreciate it. I ask that you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, help the channel to grow. Also, check out the Gumbo Pie Sports podcast. Gumbo Pie Sports podcast, talk about some of the hottest topics in all the sports. We just finished up our 32 teams in 32 days series. Well, we're almost finished. Tomorrow we'll wrap it up with our breakdown of the Kansas City Chiefs. All 32 teams, man. I done went through, researched, and done videos on, man. I'm extremely proud of that project. And it really taught me a lot about these teams and some of the things that they're dealing with. So check it out. Let me know what you all think. Subscribe to the Gumbo Pie. Also, Round Table Sports, available every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on Round Table Sports channel on YouTube. All you have to do is go to youtube.com, search Roundtable Sports, select the NFC South channel. Every Tuesday, I'll be sitting down with 3 other representatives of the NFC South teams, and we discuss topics pertaining to the South. So make sure y'all check it out. It's a lot of fun, and I'm excited about doing that throughout the 2024 season. And also Bleacher Report. You can follow me on Bleacher Report. All you got to do is go search TJAY Jones 8. We'll be doing post-game after every preseason game. Post-game after every preseason game. But thank you all so much. Have a good morning, noon, night. Whenever you're checking out this podcast. Oh, yeah, I forgot to let y'all know. My bad. Don't go nowhere yet. The show is brought to you by BETUS. We are powered by BETUS throughout the 2024 season. You can get up to 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. All right. So right now, the Saints are -2 versus the Arizona Cardinals. You can go to betus.com and you can get, place your bets, or you can look at the link in the description of this video. You can click on the link. It'll bring you right to the page. And if you want to learn more about the, about the website, BETUS, all you got to do is click that link. Shouts out to BETUS for powering up the State of Saints podcast, and sponsoring us this season. I'm extremely privileged to be a part of the team, and looking forward to working with them throughout the season. All right, so thank y'all. Shouts out to everybody here. Shouts out to the After Show boys. Shouts out to the After Show girls. Thank y'all for putting y'all comments in the chat. And until next time, all I got to say is, who that?
Thank you for listening to my daddy's podcast.
Hey, don't let these tears fool you. There's all dog around this mug. I'm good.